Hello and welcome to Bourbon with Bill. Today's topic is going to be Client Accounting Services, or CAS as it's being abbreviated. Accountants like abbreviations, it's just part of us. Client accounting services are really what used to be called bookkeeping. That term is really kind of archaic now and not really used as much anymore because bookkeeping really was, the term bookkeeping was really used to talk about the hand posting to paper ledgers and posting the numbers to a set of accounts called a chart of accounts, and a lot of that was manual. A lot of that was were things that computers can now do. So with today's software and today's internet, many things have changed. So some of those drudgery type transactions that we used to do, we no longer do those. You can automatically download transactions from your bank, transactions from your credit card, and get those into a set of books that are in software. So we really don't do some of those old-time bookkeeping functions, so we really kind of changed the name of it. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's easier or quicker, because the number of transactions has drastically increased and the complexity of the transactions are much more now than they used to be. So it does take someone with a specialized knowledge to know how to take information that you are producing on a daily basis in your business and turning it into a set of financial statements that are acceptable to the banks and other users of the financials. The first step in doing the books for your business what we provide, the client accounting services, is to decide on what software you're going to use. No one does it by hand anymore. Nobody's going to have that type of technology, or lack of technology as it were. So you have to use the software. QuickBooks is the industry leader, but there's other software such as Sage, which is the old Peachtree, Xero, which is a completely internet-based software. So there are a lot of other choices, but once you've decided on the software and you get that software set up properly, you can make your life a lot easier. The second thing you really want to think about, though, is whether you're going to have a desktop version on your computer or a cloud-based version of the software. There are many different versions out there. QuickBooks, for example, has 4 different versions of the online software. That online software grows in complexity and, of course, cost. There's other things to think about is with the desktop versus the cloud. The cloud software is pretty much taken care of for you. It's backed up for you. The desktop version kind of relies on you and your IT department to do that. So there's a lot of different decisions you want to make. Either one can be set up to be accessed from anywhere with the right technology, so it really doesn't matter if access is an issue. And going back to the software choices, there are different versions of all of the softwares, whether it's desktop or whether it's on the cloud. Some of them can be by industry, some of them can be by the amount of usage you need, the number of users you need, all sorts of other decisions you need to make. We as a CPA firm can help you through all that and talk you through the multitude of choices and making sure that you have that you're choosing the proper software to do what you want it to do. Without that choice, you could have a software that is way too much for you or way too little, and you might not be happy with either result. Most of these softwares have some type of built-in setup programs which you can utilize, but you really need to get help from your CPA. Those programs are not designed to be very specific to you. They're designed to one size fits all. So it may not have all of the accounts that you need. It may not have the accounts in the right order. They might not be named properly. And so you really want to get help. And that's a good thing to get from us. We can get you set up. Once you've got it set up, then you need to decide how you want to use your CPA firm to best help you. The more we do, the higher the cost. So that's certainly a concern to all businesses. But the other thing to consider is the expertise that you have in-house. If you have someone in-house that knows how to use some of the software, then maybe it's a cheaper alternative to use it that way. The second thing is, decide on the frequency of when, you want the oversight from the CPA firm. Usually monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually are the options. Monthly is the best because we can give the most feedback. Quarterly is probably the minimum, the minimum that you'd want to do, because if it goes longer than that, then we can't react to things that are happening in your books, the tax situation, and so on and so forth. So the other alternatives are probably a fine fit for very small businesses. There are 3 types of reports that the CPA can issue. These reports come on our letterhead and go on the front of your financial statements. The minimal one is called the compilation. That's where we basically put the financials together in a reasonable format for you. The reviewed financial statements are the next. We do more work to make sure that the financials are put together in a in a meaningful format, and they're more accurate. The audit, we would go in and actually look at a lot of different things, receipts, dig much deeper, take a deeper dive into the transactions. And in the audit, we actually give an opinion on the validity of your financial statements and the accuracy therein. If you have to understand that only a CPA firm can issue those reports, only a CPA firm can issue that opinion. There are no other entities that can issue any opinions on anything. So if you're getting one from someone or you see one from someone and it's not a CPA firm, it's not valid. The next suggestion or warning I will give you is that you should never print financials directly off your software and hand them out to anyone. Bankers will ask for them. All sorts of individuals will ask for your financial statements from one time to another. Never, ever give the financials out without letting the CPA look at them first. There's no way for you to know whether they're completely accurate unless you yourself are trained properly. The bankers, the other individuals that want them will always tell you, oh, it doesn't matter, just give me what you got. Don't fall for that. That's bad news. Once they've seen the inaccurate numbers, then when you go back and correct them, their first step is to figure out, okay, what went wrong? Why did you have bad numbers and now why are they good numbers? And you cast doubt over your financial statements without even meaning to. You can't take them back once you've shown them to them. I mean, you can try, but they won't let you, believe me. So don't ever do that. Always let the CPA look at the financials first. Once we approve them, then you can send them out. If someone puts pressure on you to get them to them quickly, just let your CPA know that, and we can handle that. We can usually make a phone call for you and take care of that pressure. The bankers, other individuals, always put deadlines on something because they want them now, but don't fall for that. So remember, we are your trusted advisor. Let us do our job for you. Lean on us to help you with these aspects of your business and the financial statements. Okay, so today's bourbon is another one of my favorites. It is a single barrel bourbon whiskey from Kentucky, and it's put out by Knob Creek. It is a much stronger version of the regular Knob Creek that everyone likes. Not all bars and restaurants have this. Most liquor stores will have it. It's very, very good and very, very smooth. So here's to all of you. Thank you again for watching, and be kind to everyone and have a profitable day.